Okay, everybody, welcome to English 1. This is Mr. Johnson, and very quickly, I'm going to show you how a thesis statement relates to the body paragraph and how the body paragraphs relate back to the thesis. This is important when you write. You need to make sure that your thesis statement is always letting the reader know what's going to be talked about in the main essay, and you need to talk about how the main essay, when you write your body paragraphs, how that's going to relate back to your thesis. So we've already read this before, so we're just going to show you a little bit of like what we did. So first things first, we find the thesis. Now the thesis is normally at the end of the introductory paragraph, so you don't have to look far. So right now you can see that the main things that this writer wants to learn or is going to be talking about is learning to accept criticism, um, embracing analyzing text, and making her writing more fluid. So these are the three things that we need to be looking for when we start looking for things in our body paragraphs. So I'm going to erase this really quickly because unfortunately I can't leave the highlighting on while I go through and go through the rest of the text. But please feel free to play the video back if you need to. Okay, so one of the things we need to be looking for in this paragraph, because this is the first body paragraph, so this is where we need to be looking, is are we talking about criticism, writing more fluently, or are we learning to analyze text? Well, if we look at the passage right here, we see that she says right here at the end that she needs to accept criticism from others. So we see how the criticism aspect from the thesis statement makes its way into the body paragraph. We also see right here that she embraced the fact that there was always improvements to be made. So again, the body paragraph is referring back to the thesis statement, and the thesis statement is letting us know what we're going to be talking about in the next couple of lines. So that's the first thing that she mentions. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's look at the second body paragraph. So the second body paragraph is all right here. So let's see if we can find something about analyzing text or excuse me, analyzing text. So if we read through here, well, we don't really see anything about analyzing text. But another thing that she did mention was letting her writing flow. So if you look right here, she is now able to not only make what she's trying to say flow, but also make it make perfect sense. So we see here that again, the body paragraphs are referring back to the thesis statement. She said at the beginning that she learned how to make her writing flow. And here we see it being mentioned again in the body paragraph. So we have just one more that we need to look at. Um, We'll do conclusions later, and then we'll do conclusions later. But right now, we need to see how the body paragraphs match the thesis. So once again, we've already read. So if you see right here in conclusion, you can analyze everything from punctuation used all the way down to the type of plant used in a Shakespearean play. So she learned how to analyze her writing. This is right here. We also see it right here that it was so adept to me that I quite enjoyed learning about how to analyze a text. So we see here twice that she's talking about analyzing text and how that relates back to the thesis statement. So once again, make sure the body paragraphs always refer to the thesis, and make sure that your thesis statement is always going back and is being explained in the body paragraphs. That's all the time we have for today. We will be sure to do more practice with that again. If you need more help, feel free to ask your teacher. I'm Mr. Johnson, and thank you for following on this mini lesson. Thank you. Bye bye.